Hey everyone, and today I'll be walking you through how to use a VPN to get into easier Call of Duty lobbies, something that's become a really common trick for anyone wanting more casual matches or just a break from skill-based matchmaking. Now this method doesn't guarantee full bot lobbies every time, but it does increase your chances of getting lower skill players, especially when paired with the right region and time of day. And the good news is it's a pretty simple setup, especially if you're using a VPN like Express, Nord, or Surfshark, which I'll be showing in just a moment. Also, if you're looking into getting one of these VPNs, I've left some links in the description where you'll find full reviews and any available discount codes, so feel free to check those out if you're interested. So with that said, let's take a look at how this works. So the way this works is pretty straightforward. A VPN lets you appear as if you're connecting from somewhere else, say Germany instead of New York. And when you pair that with the right time of day, you can land in lobbies that are a lot less competitive, just because there aren't as many players online in that region. For example, if it's midnight in New York and you connect to a server in Germany, it's going to be 6 a.m. over there. Fewer real players are active, so the game is more likely to fill out the lobby with bots or lower ranked players. It's not foolproof, but it does help. Now to get this going, you'll first want to have your VPN app installed, whether that's on a PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. Once you open it up, just connect to a server in a lower traffic region like Germany. After that, it's a good idea to use a quick IP checker online to make sure everything's set and your virtual location shows up correctly. Then before launching Call of Duty, make sure the game is fully closed. If you're using Steam, you'll also want to go into the settings, open the Downloads tab, and change your region to match your VPN location. So if you connected to a server in Germany, you'd want to pick that same region in Steam as well. From there, just relaunch the game, and you'll be matchmaking based on that region's player activity. It might take a little experimenting with timing and server choice, but you should start to notice more relaxed lobbies pretty quickly. Now one thing that can make a big difference here is which server you choose, because while connecting to a far-off region might help with lobby difficulty, it can also lead to higher ping, which isn't ideal if you care about smooth gameplay. So the key is finding that balance between server distance and connection quality. If you're on the East Coast in the US, for example, a server in Madrid might actually give you a lower ping than one in Tokyo, just based on routing. Even though both are international, some regions have faster paths than others. And if your main goal isn't getting into easier lobbies, but just keeping your ping as low as possible, then you'll usually want to stick with a VPN server that's physically closer to where the game's servers are hosted. That'll give you the best shot at consistent performance. But for players in Europe, you've actually got a wider range of options. You can try servers in Asia, the Middle East, or North America, just depending on what gives you the best trade-off between low activity and playable latency. Now, while this approach can definitely help with easier lobbies, it's not the only reason to use a VPN with Call of Duty, or really any online game. If you stream on platforms like Twitch or YouTube, a VPN can add an extra layer of protection by hiding your real IP address. That helps prevent things like DDoS attacks or tracking, which unfortunately are still pretty common in competitive games. And if you're into streaming shows or movies, that same VPN can also unlock extra content on services like Netflix, Hulu, or Prime Video, just by switching your virtual location. So if a certain title isn't available in your region, you can usually get access by connecting through a server in a different country. Plus, it helps keep your internet activity private, so your ISP or anyone else trying to monitor what you're doing online won't be able to see any of it. That's something more and more gamers are paying attention to, especially with how much data can get collected during regular play. Something else that's important to look at, especially if privacy matters to you, is how each VPN handles your data. And thankfully, the three options we're going to talk about all have solid no-logs policies that have been verified through independent audits. ExpressVPN, for example, has gone through over a dozen audits by companies like KPMG and PwC, and they use what's called Trusted Server Tech, which means all their servers run entirely on RAM, so nothing gets stored permanently, and everything wipes clean with every reboot. That same system was actually put to the test when authorities seized one of their servers and didn't find any user data on it at all. NordVPN has also passed audits from Deloitte and Cure53, and Surfshark uses the same firms for their security checks too. So with any of these, you're getting a VPN that's not just promising privacy, but has actually proven it. So all three of these VPNs work really well for gaming, but depending on what you're looking for, one might be a better fit than the others. If you want something that's super reliable and just works every time you launch it, ExpressVPN is probably the easiest pick. It's clean, simple to use, and the speeds are some of the best out there, especially on Windows with the lightweight turbo update they rolled out this year. You get up to 14 simultaneous connections and over 3,000 servers across 105 countries, all powered by RAM-only tech for extra privacy. It's a great option for anyone who just wants solid performance without overthinking it. Now, if you're looking for more features and customization, NordVPN gives you a lot to work with. You get 10 connections, a huge server network at over 7,800 across 165 countries, and some extra tools like threat protection and MeshNet, which can be really useful for both privacy and performance. They've also added a new protocol called NordWhisper that's great for getting around blocks in places like China. So if you're the type who likes having options, this one's worth considering. And then there's Surfshark, which stands out for being more budget friendly and letting you connect as many devices as you want. It has around 3,200 servers in 100 countries, supports WireGuard by default, and they've been upgrading to 10 gigabits per second servers across the board. It's not quite as fast as Express or Nord, but the trade-off is the unlimited device support. So if you're setting this up for your whole household or just want something that covers all your devices, Surfshark is a really solid pick. Now, in terms of real-world performance, I tested all 3 VPNs across several games, including Call of Duty, Fortnite, Tekken, and Rainbow Six Siege, using servers in Europe, North America, and Asia. And the good news is they all held up really well. Ping stayed low when using closer servers, and bot lobbies were consistently accessible when connecting through quieter regions. So whether you're using this for more casual matchmaking or just looking for stable connections while gaming, all 3 of these VPNs handled things without any noticeable hiccups. Now, when it comes to pricing, all 3 VPNs offer the biggest savings if you go with a longer plan, usually 1 or 2 years. That's where you'll get the best value overall. But if you're not quite sure yet or just want to try one out first, they all include a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you've got plenty of time to test things out, see how it works with your setup, and make sure it's the right fit before committing long term. And again, links to those deals are in the description below, including any current discounts or coupon codes that'll give you the lowest price. So hopefully you found this guide helpful. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, as I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions, whether it's about setup, server choice, or anything else, feel free to drop those in the comments below. I always enjoy getting to answer as many of those as I can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.